What is the significance of Egypt's Suez Canal? The Suez Canal is a man-made sea-level waterway in Egypt that connects the Mediterranean Sea to the Red Sea via the Suez Isthmus, dividing Africa and Asia. The Silk Road, which connects Europe and Asia, includes the canal. Since its opening in 1869, the 120-mile-long artificial waterway known as the Suez Canal has been a potential hotspot for geopolitical strife. The canal, which serves as a crucial international shipping route, is now in the spotlight for a different reason. A quarter-mile-long Japanese-owned container ship en route from China to Europe has been stuck in the canal for days, stranding more than 100 ships and causing tremors throughout the marine industry. Please give us a thumbs up by clicking the like button or, better yet, sharing, subscribing, and turning on your notifications for new incoming videos before we continue. Here are some fundamental facts about the canal's history, how it works, how the ship got stuck, and what it all signifies. Where can we find this canal, exactly? In Egypt, it connects the Mediterranean seaport of Alexandria to the Indian Ocean via the Red Sea port of Suez in the south. The route allows for more direct shipping between Europe and Asia, removing the need to circle Africa and shortening journey times by days or weeks. The canal is the longest in the world without locks, which are bodies of water at different elevations. According to a description of the canal by worldwide security agencies, the transit duration from end to end averages roughly 13 to 15 hours with no locks to impede flow. When and who built the Suez Canal? To solve this, the canal was built by French financiers who were convinced when Egypt was under Ottoman authority in the mid-19th century. Early in 1859, work on the port of Wynn began. The excavation took 10 years, and 1.5 million people were needed to complete the job. According to the Suez Canal Authority, or the Suez Authority, the Egyptian government organization in charge of the waterway, 20,000 individuals were drafted every 10 months to assist in the construction of the project, which involved arduous and underpaid labor. Cholera and other diseases claimed the lives of many employees. The canal's construction was hindered by political unrest in Egypt, which pitted the colonial powers of Britain and France against each other, and the ultimate cost was roughly double the initial estimate of $50 million. During the first two world wars, the canal was under British control, but following years of discussions with Egypt, British forces left in 1956, effectively giving it to President Gamal Abdel Nasser's Egyptian administration. What was the Suez Crisis that nearly led to war? After the British left Egypt's president nationalized the canal in 1956, the problem began. He took other actions that Israel and its Western allies saw as security risks, prompting a military intervention by Israeli, British, and French soldiers. The canal was briefly closed due to the crisis, which increased the possibility of entanglement between the Soviet Union and the United States. It came to a close in early 1957 under the supervision of the United Nations, which dispatched its first peacekeeping force to the region. The result was hailed as a victory for Egyptian nationalism, but its repercussions lingered in the Cold War. The British Prime Minister at the time, Anthony Eden, wrestled with how to respond to the Suez Crisis in Season 2, Episode 1 of The Crown, the acclaimed Netflix series about Britain's royals. Has the canal ever been closed since then? After the 1967 Arab-Israeli conflict, when the canal was essentially a front line between Israeli and Egyptian military forces, Egypt blocked it for nearly a decade. The canal was closed for 14 cargo ships, dubbed the Yellow Fleet, until it was reopened in 1975 by Nasser's successor, Anwar Sadat. Since then, the canal has been blocked due to a few unintentional vessel groundings. Until this week, the most famous was a 3-day outage in 2004 when a Russian oil ship ran aground. Was the Suez Canal built to handle the massive vessels that it was grounded for? The Tiger Given, operated by the Evergreen Shipping Line, is one of the world's largest container ships, measuring approximately the same length as the Empire State Building. The canal's channels have been enlarged and deepened multiple times, most recently 6 years ago at a cost of more than $8 billion, despite the fact that it was originally designed to handle considerably smaller vessels. What led to the vessel's grounding and what's being done about it now? Poor visibility and strong winds are thought to have driven the Ever Given off course, causing its stacked containers to behave as sails and causing it to ground. Salvagers have tried a variety of solutions, including tugboat towing, digging beneath the hull, and excavating the eastern embankment with a front-end loader. However, as of Thursday night, salvagers were disappointed by the vessel's size and weight of 200,000 metric tons. Nature, according to some marine salvage specialists, may succeed where tugs and dredgers have failed. A seasonal high tide on Sunday or Monday might add 18 inches to the canal's depth, potentially allowing the ship to float. What are the ramifications if the Ever Given remains stuck? That depends on how long the canal is blocked, which is estimated to carry around 10% of worldwide maritime commercial traffic. According to TradeWinds, a marine industry weekly source, the backlog of more than 100 ships waiting to transit the canal might take more than a week to clear. The owners of ships waiting to pass the canal could face astronomical costs if the canal is closed for an extended period of time. Some ship owners may opt to cut their losses and reroute their ships around Africa. Insurance claims and the cost of emergency salvage services have already cost the Ever Given's owner millions of dollars. Egypt's government has a vested interest in refloating the Ever Given and restoring the waterway, having received $5.61 billion in revenue from canal tolls in 2020. Energy, commodities, consumer products, and componentry travel across the Suez Canal from Asia and the Middle East to Europe and Africa. Because of its position, the canal serves as a major regional hub for shipping oil and other hydrocarbons. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video to the end. For more educational videos from Africa Reloaded, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notifications.